Hey everybody, this is Ikaika Ho'ohuli, your host of Unscripted Randomness with Ikaika. Enjoy these previews from today's episode.
Yeah, Rahman, he fought, pretty good up close, and he was hurting my ears, badly. I just, was really painful. I said, listen, I'm tired of this, it's too painful. I have to stop this guy. And then we sit down, we grab a cup of coffee and said, Oleg, I'm not going to train you anymore because I'm afraid. I understand, but it was really painful for me, mentally.
Yeah.
My heart was broken, and he said, Oleg, I just want to say, give me another opportunity, this, that. He said, no, Oleg, I'm afraid, for your health. Going to the ring, and then Victor Valley said, hey, stop, we forgot something. And said, make a circle. Doesn't matter, believe you in Jesus or not. And he put a Bible right in the middle, of the circle. I told people about the gospel, and they love it.
I want to make some duck sausage. Jalapeno cheddar.
Well, I like that, we smoke ducks, great.
Yeah. That's crazy. I can't believe you brought that belt. That belt and it's heavier than I thought it was going to be, but
it's a beautiful belt.
Beautiful belt. Did you ever fight any other weight classes?
No.
No? You look like you could have gone cruiserweight like Evander.
No, I have a heavy bones. First of all, you have to love yourself.
Yes.
You have to know how to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love people.
There you go. We're not really live, but we're on. Today I have joined with me a good friend of mine, someone who I've met a few months ago, and he agreed to come on the show, which I'm really excited for. He is the former WBC world champion, Oleg Maskaev. You can't hear it right now, but there's a sound pad that's cheering for you.
Yeah.
Like thank you for coming on, man. I'll tell you this.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure for me to be here. I'm so excited.
I'm excited. You were a childhood hero of mine. Your first fight with Hasim Rahman, I'll never forget him going through the ropes and into the sound booth. And I'll never forget. That was one of the first fights. I had watched fights with my dad before. That was one of the first fights, and I remember it was in Jersey. So my dad had gone to the Lennox Lewis fight in New York that with the time that he had Lyme disease, and he couldn't fight. And then you fought very shortly after that, and my dad and I watched that on pay-per-view. I remember seeing that live on pay-per-view, watching him go through the ropes, and I'm just going nuts. It was the first time I had watched a knockout like that. I'd never seen it.
I remember this fight like it was yesterday. It's so, everything. The thing, what happened was, I won a couple of good fights, and my real test was duo fight.
Yeah,
I lost the fight, but I was very close, to beat that guy and get the victory. But what happened was, I just got nailed, and the referee said I never touched, supposed to give me a count, and then continue the fight. I'll probably, come back, and it was at 11th round, right? 11th.
Yeah,
and referee stopped the fight because the Tua was losing.
Yeah, I was going to say you were out boxing him.
Yeah, that was a big test, and which I believe I passed. And since then, I was motivated, and physically strong, in good shape, And then they, offered me to fight Hasim Rahman. I said, there is opportunity for me.
He was a big time name at the time.
I saw his fights, like maybe 3 of them, but Madison Square Garden, My promoter, Cedric Kushner, we had the same promoter, Cedric Kushner, and I was surprised, but okay, I'll fight him, and I believe everybody, knew, and everybody said, oh, Oleg is gonna lose, this is no way you're gonna beat this guy, and.
The thing is you have dynamite in that right hand of yours. So every time when you hit him, it was a hook, right? It wasn't a straight right.
That was a straight right.
Oh, it was
from my shoulder. Yeah, I just
my goodness,
put all my weight, twisted and boom, And
I like when you say boom because that's what it looked like. It looked like dynamite touched his chin and he went through those ropes.
Yeah, Rahman, he fought, pretty good at close and up close, and he was hurting my ears, badly. I just, was really painful. I said, listen, I'm tired of this, it's too painful. I have to stop this guy.
Yeah, and you did.
Yeah, I was like, once again, I want to tell you, I was really motivated, I'm not going to step back, just forward. I know this guy is tough, that this is my opportunity. If I'm going to win this fight, but that I knocked this guy out, with my broken right hand. Yes.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah, you messed up your shoulder too, right?
Yeah, but
that
was later.
Elbow.
Not at this fight. The thumb was broken, the bone. It was dislocated. The bone was dislocated and broken, And even with this broken, bone, and I just, with the thumb, yes.
Man, and I'll tell you this, retirement is really good to you because it's so hard to see a fighter come out of the fight game. And you fought into your 40s, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you came out full faculties, articulate.
I'm sorry. My last fight was I believe at 43.
Yeah. 2013?
13, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and you came out
with Jeremy Williams, but
that was a Brit, right? He was a Brit, or is a Brit.
He beat Mike Tyson in 2004, stopped him.
Yeah,
but the thing was, it just, I could continue boxing, fighting, and I love boxing, I love so much, and I missed it, real fight, to be in a real fight, and the problem I had that was my, broken back, dislocated a couple of discs, and then the elbow, and the big problem was my back,
Yeah.
Because before the fight, with the British guy, I had so much problem with the back, wasn't paying, but I said no, I'm gonna fight. The fight was in Russia. Okay. When I heard it's gonna be in Russia, and I was supposed to fight somebody else, and then they said okay, that guy, he doesn't want to fight you, but we have this British guy, Jeremy Williams. I said, okay, Oleg is going to be a tough fight. He's a good fighter. I don't think you're ready. I said, no, I'm here and I'll fight him.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, especially with Russian boxers in particular, man, your guys' amateur circuit is so rigorous and so powerful. Like the guys coming out of there are nitty gritty assassins. Like that's one thing is you were in wars before you were a pro. Well, how many fights would you say you had? How many? Not including smokers. I mean, just amateurs.
Close to 100.
100 fights. Yeah, man.
Amateur fighters.
And you don't get that. You don't get that with American fighters. They don't have that much experience. So you'll have a guy.
Yes, I understand what we were trying to say.
Yeah.
Because there is no at that time wasn't professional boxing.
Yeah.
Just the Soviet Union just amateur boxing. It was like one of the sports, and that's it. And you cannot just train and fight for the money.
Yeah.
That's the reason I left the country and came to America, to United States. To just there was no opportunity for me there.
Yeah.
And 90s, everything was, everything collapsed. And I said, I have to go. I have family and kids. I have 4 kids,
Yeah.
Three kids at that time. I said, I need some money. I'm a good fighter, and there is no opportunity for me there, and I have to go.
Yeah. You have all girls, right? 4 girls?
4 girls, yeah.
Yeah. You have a wrestler daughter, right?
Yes, she used to, but I said, no, you better swim. When I saw at the gym she was wrestling with the guy, I said, no, that's not, that's unacceptable.
Yeah. So I, because I wrestled and I do jiu-jitsu, so I have a love for grappling. So she boxed too, right? You were telling me she threw the mitts on him.
Punch, yeah, she hard puncher.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to teach her, and then she said, she doesn't have time right now.
Yeah,
because she's going to state university.
That's good.
She wants to be a doctor. I said, oh, okay, that's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She always, stay with me on the same level. When I speak to her, because my other girls, you will never find the truth, And she's really truthful, Every time I don't do this, go there. Where are you? And she also will answer me the phone call and said, "Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm here, Father. Don't worry, Pop. I'm just, I'm honest."
That's good. She seems that way.
Yeah,
she seems that way. I mean, I met her a couple of times, and
yes.
she listened to the podcast too.
Yeah, because she had the experience with the other ones, and she knows if she's gonna lie, she's gonna be in trouble. Just not for she's gonna make look bad us, She's gonna make bad for her.
Yeah,
because the life is it's tough life. You're gonna make a mistake, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, we actually have a mutual friend. I don't know if you know this. Do you know Pastor Sean Marshall?
Yes.
So Sean Marshall used to be the children's pastor at Real Life Church, which is your church home, right? When Pastor Scott was there.
Yeah, that wasn't my home church.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but I met Pastor Scott, at one time, when I had one situation, and I was looking for help. Yeah, and I went to a lot of churches, many churches. And I couldn't get the right answer, and to get the real help, And the Lord, even the Lord, that was amazing. Sent me to this church, And Pastor Scott, he said, "Yes, I'm here. I want to be with you. We're going to pray." And said, "I'm going to help you, Oleg. We're together, and there is a Lord behind us in the church." I said, "Beautiful." And we, got, worked through the pastor, and we fixed the problem. That was beautiful, amazing. I'm just that was like still, I'm so happy.
Yeah, you were telling me that you just had dinner with
that was
Pastor
a miracle.
Scott too.
That was a miracle.
It is
right in my eyes. That's why I believe in the Lord. He never let me down.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ always. As long as you're gonna listen to Him, even you don't, but He's gonna fight for you. He's gonna send you, signals. Bam, bam. Don't go here. Go there.
Yeah, and I had Pastor Ryan Allen on my last episode, and I loved what he was saying, because he was a lot of what we were talking about was miracles, like miracles working through the church for us in like our regular everyday lives, and that's one of the most amazing things that I found, is that at any time.
And just hit the if you want to hear one story, I'm gonna tell you what exactly happened. Why I lost number of fights. Because I believe in Jesus Christ, and when I fought, before Rahman fight, I just I believe in Jesus, but I didn't work, I didn't spread the good news. I didn't talk to nobody. It was inside me. I wasn't happy man that I saved, and I have eternal life, and Jesus behind me. I just I put it on the side. I was sleeping, That's the reason it happened, because my team, and I had my team, they just, they let me down, When I lost couple fights, and then I realized why I lost the fight, because I've been with the wrong people, and the Lord, He changed my team. He changed it, the whole team, and when I lost, I think Corey Sanders. Mm-hmm. That was a big time signal, and Bob Jackson, he was my trainer then, and he said, "Oleg, I want to talk to you." That was I think that was my third loss, 3 lost on the road, and just I've been stopped, And he said, "Oleg, there is a coffee shop. I just want to meet you there, and I want to talk to you." I said, "Okay," and I knew that, something is going to happen, something bad is going to happen, that I'm not ready for that. And then we sit down, we grab a cup of coffee, and said, "Oleg, I'm not going to train you anymore, because I'm afraid." I understand, but it was really painful for me, mentally. Yeah, my heart was broken, and he said, "Oleg, Bob, I just want to say, give me another opportunity, this, that." He said, "No, Oleg, I'm not going. I'm afraid, for your health," and that's it.
That's such a hard thing for a trainer and a fighter to do, is decide when it's when it's dangerous.
I wasn't really, open up myself as a fighter. That was not really, that was just the beginning. And then what happened was, on the next day I came to the Gleason's gym. And I started to train myself, no trainer, nobody, just boom, boom, boom. One day, then I came another day, And then I met Victor Valley. He was just, he didn't look like, he's a like fancy guy, something like that. He was dressed like, he has that uniform, like a maintenance guy. And I said, who is this guy? He wants to train me. And then he said, Oleg, just, I want to train you for one day. I said, what are you going to lose? Nothing, just, you have nobody anyway. And he trained me and said, one time, and then one day, another day, and they said, Oleg, I want to give you business card. This is a business card of promoter Dennis Rappaport. He was promoter of Jerry Cooney. And said, have this. And call him and talk to him. And I call him, we talk about, sign a new contract, because Sergei Kushner released me for nothing, for zero money, not even a penny.
Wow.
He signed me out. And then it took about 3 months, and we signed a contract between me and my new promoter, Dennis Rappaport. And Victor Valley became my trainer. And Victor Valley, he believes in Jesus as well, He's a Christian, and said, and then I realized, what God does, why I lost those 3 fights, and then because he wants to change my team, because I was wrong with because I've been with the wrong people, and he won't let me, go up there, but he wants me to go up there to spread the good news, there must be a reason, because they tell me, the fight it has a nice, they call it a Cinderella story, before the fight.
Yeah.
Even the announcer said, Buffer said, the Cinderella story came through.
Yeah.
Come through.
No, it's true. Victor used to be a professional fighter too, right? He used to fight.
Yeah, he was a good fighter. Yeah, but he didn't go far. I think he has the skills as a trainer. Because of his father, Victor Valley. He's Victor Valley Jr., but he's a father.
Yeah, well,
Who trained Jerry Cooney.
Yeah, well, it worked out.
Yeah,
that switch, like you said, it was God. It was God that switched
since
it.
I turned into start training with Victor, and with my new team, straight, like 8 wins, and I beat Dave Figuerbone, he silver Olympic champion, then Samin Sam, world champion, and big names, boom, boom, boom. And I said, and then at one point, and I realized in the gym that I say, listen. I'm just here, give me a new opponent. Give me a new sparring partner. I'm going to fight him. I'm just going to go through him. I'm not going to fight him. I'm just going to destroy him. That's what exactly happened. And then I realized that I'm ready to be a champion.
Yeah. Well, and you were supposed to, after you won the international, you didn't get the shot right away.
No, because that's politics.
Yeah.
I met a lot of guys, they're really champions in the gym, but you must have a great team, and lawyers, and like bunch of them, who's going to fight for you, and also great promoter, big name who's going to put up money for you, so to get that opportunity.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So when you fought, Rockman he was on the heels of knocking out,
Lennox Lewis.
He had just knocked out Lennox Lewis. That was Lennox's last loss too.
Yes.
Were you upset that you didn't get to fight Lewis?
I think he fought the other guy, Tony.
Oh yeah,
James Tony. And then what happened was they said, he's gonna fight you because Don King was involved, and then what's gonna happen because James Tony does his fight, and I said, and they put me on the side. And then what happened was, Rahman beat the James Toney.
He did.
In Atlantic City.
Yeah.
What they did is they make a draw and say, we're going to make a rematch. We said, no, you're not going to have a rematch because you're already staying in line, for the next fight.
Yeah, and it was your guys' second fight, and you put him out in the corner. I still remember that too.
That was funny. Yeah, he told me before the fight, Oleg, this time it's gonna happen same thing what happened to me in the first fight. I'm gonna put you down in the same round, in the same side of the ring, we're gonna go out. What happened with me last time? We're gonna get even this time. And everybody believed that. I said, well, yeah, he had all the chances.
Yeah. So I love all of those fights, but I also love that we talk about other things too. Because
just one more thing I just want to tell you how I became a champion. Because everybody knew I'm going to lose the fight. And they've been telling me, Oleg, this time, Okay, well, 10 minutes before the fight, or HBO invite us, we have to go in the ring. And okay, we're ready. Everybody's ready. I'm just warm up. I'm sweating, going to the ring. And then Victor Valley said, "Hey, stop! We forgot something." And said, "Make a circle. Doesn't matter. Believe you in Jesus or not." And he put a Bible right in the middle, of the circle, and we prayed, And after that prayer, I received, a lot of strength, mental strength, and said, "Okay."
Who prayed? Who was praying with you?
Victor Valley.
Victor,
my trainer, yeah.
Yourself and then the rest of your team?
Yes.
Right before you guys got in the ring?
Yes. But he stopped, I said, no, we're not ready. After we prayed, yes, now we're ready.
You went out there. And what people don't know either is for a heavyweight to still have that kind of power that late into the fight, it's another thing. Yeah,
that's who I am. Yeah. My career, all my fights, everybody knew I can punch. Yeah. I have a good right hand.
What do you think about the guys coming up now? I mean, the heavyweight boxing hasn't been as popular as it once was, and now it's starting to get there again with Joshua and Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. What do you think about these up and coming guys? Because Deontay Wilder, he was a bronze medalist, and he was boxing for a year and a half.
He's a tough guy, He's a strong guy.
Strong.
He's a very tall, guy. Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing is he would have to lean on guys.
But I still believe. He has to go through the real test. We'll see. Against Joshua.
You think Joshua's the test for him?
He can punch. But I don't know if he can take a punch. That's another question.
Yeah. Well, Tyson Fury outboxed him for 9 rounds.
Yes. He outboxed Vladimir Klitschko as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Vladimir Klitschko,
he's like a lightweight. Even he's heavyweight, but he's a big guy.
Moves. Yeah, he was 400 pounds.
Yeah.
He was 400 pounds before he decided to get back to box again, because he retired at 27. He was a champion. He was a young champ, and he decided to walk away.
He put up a lot of weight. Yeah, that's a big fight. First of all, before to get in the ring, you have to lose weight.
And then that's
another fight. And he made it through.
Yeah, and he outboxed him for a lot of that fight. I would have been okay with them. I would have been okay with either way. I think Tyson Fury won that fight. That was from what I saw. Yes. Tyson Fury won the fight. But if you go off of a 10 count, man, Tyson Fury was on the ground for more than 10 seconds when he got knocked down the second time. He was down for more than 10 seconds. So that's why I was okay with the draw. Now I just want them to run it back. They just need to fight again.
Once again, that was his, hard fight, big fight, since when?
Yeah.
I think, his next fight, he's going to be in great shape.
Yeah, I can't.
He wants to be a champion. That's in his mind. That's very important.
Yeah.
As long that's what exactly he wants to do.
Yeah, he wants to win it back.
Yeah, we're going to get the answer soon, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah. You look like you could jump in the ring, man.
I miss boxing once again. I'm not, just to jump in the ring, you have to physically be ready and mentally. Not just because your will, I want to fight. But, to train like I used to train, I'm going to burn my heart. I'm a 50. There is no way. That's why there is a limit, age limit, for the fighters. And I'm good. I'm good. I'm thank Lord, that, I'm passed through 28 years of boxing. And he saved my health, and I'm still,
100%. That's what I was saying early on in the podcast. Man, you made it out of retirement. You have all your faculties.
Guys, champions, and they were up and washed out, mentally. I'm just so sorry. I mean,
yeah, we can sit here and the way you articulate yourself.
To see that, trying to talk, and then when you're talking to speak someone, and he's not there,
you know it. Yeah, you can see in their eyes when you're talking to them that they're just not there, and that's why it's amazing, and it is God willing, because 28 years of getting punched in the head.
Tell him that there is a God, he loves you, this and that. He was telling me, I control all the gods. I said, what? I said, wow. I'm controlled, and I talk to them. I give them an order on what to do. I said, come on.
Come to the altar, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the wrong.
I read the Bible before you came over here. I'm ready. Put him in front of me.
Yes.
Put him in front of me. I'll preach.
That's what I do right now. It's just.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying my life.
Yeah. Do you preach ever?
Yeah. I just came back from Russia. I made the 2 trips.
Yeah.
Met a lot of guys. And we spoke, and I said, I spread the good news about. I told people about the gospel. And they love it. Talk to me.
We have a standing invitation, Destiny Kids Live, which is the children's ministry I'm a part of. So I preach as well. I preach to children. That's where my calling is. My calling is not preaching to adults. It's preaching to kindergartners to 3.
They're the future. Our kids, our future, and sorry, to see when I met a lot of guys, I see a lot of kids, unfortunately, and then, but this is the right way, to lead them the right way.
Yeah. Well, and for me, and I was saying this with Ryan last week when he came on the show, for me, because kids are so much harder to wrangle in, when I see a kid taking notes while I'm preaching, I just preach to that one kid. And I know it's affecting everyone else, but
beautiful.
But I know that this message is for that kid in particular. And for me, I'm not an ordained pastor. However, I do know this: to those kids, I'm their pastor, and I don't say that I am. Let me preface this: I respect that position so much. I do know, though, that these kids look to me like I'm a pastor, and
that's a big appeal, yeah.
And for me,
job, yeah.
I love preaching to children because it's so. I'll tell you this much: if you want to know if you preached a good message or not, preach to a kid, because they'll be honest. If it's boring, they'll let you know it's boring. Yeah. If it's fun, they'll let you know it's fun. So it keeps me honest. It really does. It keeps me honest when I'm preaching.
Yeah, it's really hard to see when somebody preaching and people sleeping, just napping.
Yeah,
I say that I don't. Even I see the guy, the pastor saying something that I already know, but I will never sleep. Do something if I want to. I'm tired. Came to the church. But this is disrespectful. And this is not the right way.
Yeah, no,
don't do
I
that.
agree.
Never do that.
I agree.
That's your life. If you're gonna do that at the church, you're gonna do this everywhere. It means that you're not there.
I tried to be a note taker. I'm not a very good note taker. I've tried to do that, like where I'm sitting in the service and I try to take notes. I would rather just be in the moment, though. So I don't take notes anymore. I just listen and I love it. I'd love to have you come to our church.
Yeah,
I'd love to have you come out to Destiny.
I'll come to the church, no problem.
Yeah.
I always, if I have an invitation from somebody, I always come.
Yeah.
That's what. I'm not going out there and say, hey, I have to go here, there. But, when I meet someone who said, come, I'll come. Oh, that's my job.
Well, I tell you what, I will shoot you a text message when our men's Bible study opens back up. So right now for the summer, they always break during summer. When they come back, though, I'd love to have you come out, talk, and speak your testimony. It's a group of like 1,500 guys.
I already did at the Life Church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you come do it for us,
they
too.
Love, I said... When I always preach, and I always say, my stories. I don't like to say somebody's stories because I never been a witness of that.
Yeah.
So I just say my story. That's a truthful story. That's what God, made out of me. Who He made out of me.
Yeah. That's amazing. So I want to talk about at least one more subject. I want to respect your time. I know you're super busy, and we're tapping on a half an hour, but I wanted to talk about one more subject, and it was hunting, because we had talked about it a little bit. So I've never been waterfowl hunting ever. I've never even shot a shotgun. I've never fired one. I've shot many of ballistics, never shot a shotgun. So you told me that you would love to take me, and then this year I want to go on a couple of black-tailed deer hunts, but you have to put in your tag by June 2nd. Are you still down to do that? Are you still okay to go do a deer hunt this year?
Yeah, I would go if I have somebody like a good friend, you know.
Yeah.
He knows, you know, what we were doing, you know, a nice place, you know. I just don't want to go with dead places. There are no deer there, deers.
Yeah.
Just if I met someone, because I know people, you know, some people, they know good places, but they will never tell you.
Yeah.
Just keep it in a secret. They said, oh, yeah. I said, oh, a friend of mine, oh, he killed a couple bears. And I said, hey, I want to go with you. He said, no, we have a team, 4 people, and we're not going to let nobody in. A lot
of people do that.
I said, okay, but, you know, I won't bring in nobody, just me. And I said, okay, I understand.
No, I want you to be a part of my hunting team.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm just saying.
I want to do, so I'm putting in for D3 through 5. So it's just one tag.
That's what I do.
D3
to 5. Yeah.
And I want to go through there. I bow. I think you rifle though, right?
You buy the 2 tags, right? And bear and deer and bear.
You have to do it. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of bear out there.
Okay.
No, they're only $9 right now. I was at Bass Pro Shop yesterday. They're $9 for a bear tag.
Bear tag?
$9.
It used to be 30, right?
Yeah. Well, last year it was 80. Last year was 80, or maybe it was
30, and for the deer 40.
Okay, yeah, that might be. Yeah, you're probably right on that. I didn't have a deer or a bear tag last year, so there's a lot of bear out there. So my a buddy of mine, Jordan, he works at Bass Pro Shop. He said, "Man, you need to have it. You need to have it because there's a lot of bear scat out there right now."
I'll be with you. I'm with you 100%.
You rifle hunt or do you bow hunt?
Rifle.
Would you bow hunt? Would you try it?
I have to get the equipment.
Yeah.
I'll try it, you know. I'm not, you know, say that I have to learn, you know. I'm a quick learner.
Yeah, I can tell. And I
have some skills, you know. Oh, yeah. When I remember I came here 26 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was speaking the language, you know. Only knew a couple of words, you know. And you see.
Well, you sound great.
Yeah, I'm sounding okay, but, you know, all the time I speak my own language, you know. Home.
Yeah.
With my kids, you know, and just feel comfortable, but, you know.
Yeah, I think you speak English well.
I'm speaking okay. My daughter, she speaks well.
Yeah, all of them do.
All my kids.
All of them do. Yeah, your oldest. I think she's your oldest. Her husband's the hunter as well, right?
Yeah.
He and I got to talking about hunting, and we talked for about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna reach out to him too, but rifle hunts.
Hopefully one day he's gonna go out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, he likes to talk about hunting, but, you know, I just say, hey, let's go waterfowl hunting. One time he bought everything, but I'm probably busy, you know, his job, you know.
Yeah.
Even you know, if I could be busy, you know, and stay busy, but anyway, I would go. I would go.
I don't know how to shoot waterfowl. I did some research.
I'll teach you.
Yeah.
The first thing, you know, what you have to do, just find, you know, the nice shotgun, a nice shotgun that will fit you good, you know. And then you have to choke, you know, find the right choke, you know, and for the shell. So that's the key for the game, you know. That's for the great, you know. Shooting.
The smaller the choke, the farther your shot goes, right?
But, you know, sometimes, you know, but the shells are different, you know.
Yeah.
And the speed, you know, PCI different. So each shell has a own speed.
Yeah.
That's why it's very important to find for the shell the right choke.
Yeah. I only know enough about shotguns to have gotten me through the hunter safety course. That was it, you know. Because I don't shotgun.
When you learn it, I just tell you one story. A friend of mine, his brother, you know, never hunted. He spent 2 years, you know. He was so upset, you know, he couldn't hit a bird, you know. He said, no, I'm not gonna go out again, hunt, you know. But finally, on the 3rd year, he started hitting the birds, you know.
Okay. And then he was hooked.
Now he's hooked. Now he said, wow, it took a couple of years, but, you know, if you have somebody who's gonna teach you next to you, that's gonna be sooner.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I don't mind helping you with the bow hunting. You got to help me with the waterfowl.
That's what I'm going to do.
Because I've never done it. You know, all my friends know I do like shooting guns. I do like hunting. I don't know. I've never shot a shotgun ever.
This is a big habit, you know. If you're going to fall in this, you know, you will never stop.
Oh.
Because first of all, it's to get to my blind, you know, it takes about, we have to go like a 3.5 miles. And I have a bike, you know. It's like an exercise for me. Get, you know, ahead of everybody. Even in my lottery, I got a bad number. But I'm going to jump ahead of everybody and get my blind. You know, I said, wow, sweating, everything, you know. I said, wow, that's like a working out.
Yeah. With waterfowl, you're allowed to decoy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there is a limit, you know, for motorized decoys only in December. But before, just only decoys.
So I knew that because I knew you were coming on and I knew you were a waterfowl hunter. I did some waterfowl hunting. I did some research, and it's so much more complicated than I thought it was. I thought you went to a spot, hit a little duck call, and
you have to find the right spot, the right blind.
I had no idea that it was as complicated, if not harder, than tracking a deer.
Yeah, you have to do everything right. There's the rules, you know.
Yeah.
The way you have to spread the decoys.
I like that.
And I never use a call, you know. I don't like it because 100% you can't do like, you know, birds, you know, 100%. And you just, you know, it's like a fake, you know. And some people they can, you know, but I'm not good at this. That's why I can do that, but I don't like it.
Well, no, and it takes a lot of practice to get really good on a duck call.
Yeah.
It's not like what everyone thinks. You just take it and you blow on it. No, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's some skills and talent.
With any call, there's skill. No, but I didn't know it was that much things that went into it because I've never duck hunted. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll learn it. You will learn the
it.
rules. You know, there is just, you know, you have to just start it. You know, when you're gonna start it, you know, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you're gonna love it. I'm just telling you.
What's the bag limit?
7.
7?
Yes, 7.
Yeah, I want to make some duck sausage, jalapeno cheddar.
Well, I like that. You know, we smoke ducks. You know, great.
Yeah. Use a Traeger?
I don't breast them. Just breast them. Take breast out with the whole thing. We just smoke them, clean them, and smoke them.
What do you use? A Traeger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been begging Ashley.
It's like a beef jerky.
Yeah. I've been begging my wife Ashley to let me get a Traeger, and she's not opposed to it. They're just $700. She's like, "What's the difference between this $700 smoker and this $300 one?"
There's no difference.
Yeah.
There's if you know what you're doing, you know, even 300 smoker, you can do a great job.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not great at smoking meat, other than I know, you know.
You have to try it, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't try it. I haven't tried a lot of things, but once I try it, I know how to do it.
I'm a good barbecuer. I'm not a great smoker.
Doing it.
Yeah, you use pellets or you use full wood? You use the little pellet things?
Pellets, yeah. I think the pellets.
They cook more even, right? Something like that. Yeah, I'm reading on it. I'm reading in on it because I'm trying to convince Ashley let me get that Traeger, mainly because game meat is so good smoked. I've never smoked it myself. I've eaten it smoked though, and I love it. Tastes good.
That's one thing I don't understand. People smoke, you know. That's what exactly is happening. The same process happening with the person and with the duck, smoking duck, you know.
Yeah.
Only you're doing this when you smoke, you're doing it nice and slowly, but you know it's gonna get to it. You know, you're gonna get your lungs smoked. You know, at the finish, you're like a 2 to 5, 6 years, you know, 7 years, and you're gonna get dark. You know, smoked lungs. You know, that's what I'm telling people now. Don't do that. You know, you just wasting your life. You know, wasting your health. You know?
Yeah. No, I don't. That's gross to me.
Yeah, go outside and run. Make a good exercise. You know, come home. You know, fresh your mind and be happy.
Well, you exercise a lot.
Yeah. I'm still doing it.
Yeah, you're swimming too? You swim laps or you just dive?
I dive, you know. I dive underneath the water. I love it in my pool, you know. Stay in the water and swim like, you know,
28. How far down are you diving? Free dive, right? Not
28 feet. My record was 28 feet.
28 feet.
Without the equipment.
Whew. I would have passed out.
Yeah, a couple of guys, they didn't believe me too, but on the halfway, down, they went up, they went back.
The free dives. I used to live in Hawaii. That's where I was born and raised. And out there, you go out there and you'll spearfish. You'll free dive. You'll free dive about 12, 15 feet. And I have one scary story that I had. We're out, and this was maybe my second time. I'd never done it before. And I get down and I have the gun in my hand, and we're 10 feet, 15 feet down, and I shoot, and you're not supposed to shoot towards the reef, but I did anyway because I was a kid. I was a high school kid. I don't know any better, and I shoot, and it sticks into the reef. So I go there to grab it. I know I hit something. I heard it underwater. It hit something. Mm-hmm. I go in there and I grab it, and it keeps brushing me. And I think the fish is still alive, and I'm just whacking it. I'm just trying to pull it off. And eventually the sand settles. And when it settles, I see this eel. I don't know what kind of eel to this day it was, but I see these razor sharp teeth, and it's trying to bite me, and it's snapping at me. And I realize what it was. I'm like, okay, that barb is done. I'm not pulling that out. And I just
the right
left.
Decision, yeah.
Oh man,
just pull out,
I was scared. I didn't know what it was. I say it's an eel today, but I really don't know what it was.
Go get new one.
Yep, that's what I did. I went out. My Uncle Darren, he was pissed off at me, but shout out to my Uncle Darren. I love you.
Yeah, that's what,
it was his barb. They're expensive,
Everywhere in your life, there are rules, you have to follow.
Yeah.
You have to know the rules, first of all, you have to know what you are doing, If you don't do this.
Yeah. And I didn't. I was a sophomore in high school. I was dumb. I just went down and shot the gun.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening with me before I start boxing. I didn't know what I was doing.
You just started throwing punches with people.
Yeah, just 1, 2, 1, 2, and then boom. Listen, I have to use my brains,
Yeah.
Make a playing game.
When I was 17, I had my first smoker. And just for the listeners who don't know what a smoker is, it's not a real amateur fight. It's like the gym will put on a fight with amateur people. And I had my first smoker ever, and I got popped. I had no boxing experience. I'm a wrestler and a jiu-jitsu and a judo guy. And I got popped so hard. I was seeing stars. And I went down. It wasn't, I didn't know what to do, and I cover up, and I see his legs exposed, and he's coming in to pop me again. He only hit me once, and I swiveled under his legs, and I leg locked him, but I had never been hit like that before. And I don't think people get it. You get this sense of confidence when you've never been hit, and then you get popped that first time, and you go, oh, okay, this is a different thing.
This is happening when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, because you're going straight, probably your chin was up, and then that's what I'm saying to young people. I said, Oleg, what do you want to say us, for you're a champion? I said, no, don't get in the ring with someone who's better than you, stronger than you, and has more skills, because you're not ready.
Yeah,
it is very important for the trainers, if you're gonna, they will put the responsibility. If the kid is gonna get hurt, he's not ready mentally. He's gonna be, he will be afraid for the rest of his life. He will be afraid of it, and he will finish boxing. We'll finish it.
Well, I see. So I don't know. Do you follow anything other than boxing? Do you follow MMA or?
Yes, MMA. I've watched MMA.
Did you see the Sage Northcutt versus Cosmo Alexandre fight? Cosmo, when he knocked him out, this is the problem. The one FC, which is an amazing organization. I don't think they're a bad organization, but to put that kid, he's 22 years old. Right, he's had some success. They put him in there with a guy, just a killer. This guy's had like 100 fights.
But it's his fault, He thought, no, he can do this. He said, I'm a big star. I'm a 20, but I want to be a new star.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm
it's
ready.
a little bit.
But this is a mistake, You're not. But I mean, if you're a good fighter, you have you prospect, to become a champion. Listen, take your time, Don't be in rush, That's what exactly happened. He got hurt. Then nobody knows if he's gonna be the same.
I don't know if you know this. He broke his face in 8. His face was fractured in 5 or 8 different places.
Believe me, I lost number of fights by knockout. I've been hurt big time, but it took 6 months, 7 months, to realize study my mistakes and mentally come back and fight again. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not like, you lost fight. You said, hey, I was hiding from the people, they want to talk to me. I said, no, they don't want to talk to me. I just, was staying home, don't go out, where a lot of crowd, talk to people. Just, that was like, I've been hiding.
Yeah.
Sometimes after loss, that's a big, big, upset when you have upset fight. That's, hurts you a lot.
Do you follow Khabib Nurmagomedov? He is...
Yes.
He is everything that's right with that sport, because he's a humble guy. He is, and he's a savage individual. I don't know what the water is in Kazakhstan, but the guy is like so tough. He's like the toughest man I've ever seen in the octagon, and the Russian athletes in particular, just the toughest human beings on the planet. Maybe it's because it's so cold there that
it's not because so
you guys
cold.
just have to be
rough life, make out of you to fight for the life, that's make you mentally stronger, and then also you have to physically work a lot. So that's why, if his parents, been doing this, that's the reason, why people they become strong, when he has grandparents, work hard, his parents, and the health, everything, genetic come to him. He's a strong guy,
Yeah.
And mentally, all it transfers, everything transfers from grandpa, parents, to him. That's why
he's a savage, man. I love watching him fight. You know what's funny is I saw a picture of him wearing a white belt in jiu-jitsu, and I went, how dare you? He put a white belt on. Come on. Yeah, well, he was trying to be respectful because he is technically a white belt. No one's ever given him a belt. But I'm like, you're one of the best grapplers on the planet. I think he's a black belt in Sambo. I'm like, come on, man. Don't go in there with a white belt. You're going to hurt people.
Yes, exactly.
And he is a
you can't do that. You have to be. That's what exactly happened when I came to the MMA gym.
Yeah.
And I fought a few guys, and they didn't know who I am.
Would you have done MMA if MMA? Let me ask you this.
No, this is not my thing.
Not your thing. You wouldn't have gotten into the wrestling.
You must, you have to know how to wrestle. Not punching. You have to combine everything. Fire, striking and submission and wrestling. I don't have that. Just striking. They won't go too far.
Well, boxing is such a traditionalist sport, right? Where there's not a lot of you don't change a lot of the elite boxing. Like an elite boxer, I'm gonna full disclosure here. I'm repeating something that Joe Rogan said, so I'm not a guy who bites off of somebody's thing. But Joe Rogan said this, and it's true. He said that you could take an elite boxer from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, place them into today's boxing sport, and they'd be an elite fighter still. But MMA is different in the sense that a fighter from 1997, if they fought someone from 2019, they'd get killed. You can't place a guy like that. What is that? What's that video? Who is that?
Me.
Is that you? You doing karate?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're a mixed martial artist. I would say boxing and karate are two different martial arts.
They were doing karate. I was doing boxing.
Who is that?
That was in Russia.
Okay.
They wanted me to train with them.
So you're training karate with these guys?
Yes. They said, okay, show me your skills. I'll show you my skills.
Well, karate is like that bouncy. They're really bouncy and fast in and out.
And then we started playing with each other, touching. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Because of point fighting.
They're
That's
too
the reason
slow.
why.
Too slow. I say, hey.
Yeah, well, hands
throw
me.
one punch and I already, I will put you down 3 times.
Yeah. Jeez. You still spar?
No, but
every now
those
and
guys, yes, I did.
Yeah.
No problem.
But
to start sparring, again, I have to get in fair shape.
Yeah.
But I will.
Yeah, you know what? It's good to spar with someone elite, because someone like you, right? You can get in the ring and you can fight down to whoever's standing across from you. So you're not dangerous to that person. You're gonna beat them, but you're not gonna hurt them. That's why I don't want to get into a ring with somebody who's a beginner or somebody who's been boxing for a year or 2 years, because they're swinging to hurt you. They don't know how to pull anything back.
I'm telling you this, if I know that I'm gonna fight someone and someone just doesn't have skills like I have, I will fight this guy, nice and easy. But if you'll see some kind of, there are a lot of guys, they get you, when you get in the ring, they don't respect you. All of a sudden, they start trying to hurt you, to hurt me. And okay.
Then you start putting it on a little bit.
Yeah, then I'm gonna hit hard.
Yeah.
I said, listen, if you got in the ring with me and you see I'm working easy with you, it doesn't mean you have to hit me hard. I'm a human being. If I'm gonna lose my temper, I'm gonna knock you out. Just be respectful as well.
Did you ever fight Klitschko?
Yes, the bigger one, Vitaly.
Yeah.
In Tashkent and Uzbekistan. Yeah,
it was what was
we
it?
We were
Just
in the military, together, and then there was a military games, And
he's a jabber, huh? Big time.
He was a tall guy, He know to throw 1-2.
Yeah.
And he was in good shape.
Yeah, he's well. The thing is, he seems like he leans on guys really good.
Well, I hit him hard, 3 times. He was on the floor, he's. But like 1 time, 2 times, and the referee stopped the fight, and then that was it.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But it was a real fight, and I won the fight.
Yeah,
stop him in the first round.
That's awesome. That's crazy. I can't believe you brought that belt. That belt is, and it's heavier than I thought it was going to be, but
it's a beautiful belt.
Beautiful, beautiful belt.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to post it on Instagram, and that is so amazing.
Yeah, that's once again, I just want to say that's, the belt, I got this belt not just because, I won it, because I've been working really hard, to get this belt. And also, that was a blessing for me. Blessing when I really start spread the good news about Lord, to all people, and that's how I received the blessing, That was a miracle.
Oh yeah.
Victory over the guy, who was like maybe 5 times stronger and more experienced than me, more famous than me, and I've stopped that guy 2 times.
Twice, and everyone said that you couldn't deal with his speed. Everybody said that you couldn't do. That's what people were saying, and you knocked him out twice.
Yeah.
So he was fast.
Yeah, he was fast and strong. He was like a shark. When he bites you, smells blood, he will stop you.
Yeah.
He will go after you until he finish you.
I wish that you would have gotten to fight like a Lennox Lewis or a Tyson, but Tyson was already out of his prime by that time.
Yes,
he was gone.
We've been talking about fight Tyson, but he said he wasn't good then.
No.
I mean, he's a great guy, he's a great champion, legend, but
it wouldn't have been a good fight for you.
But at that point, he was no good then.
Well, and Lewis fought him, I think, too late. I wish Lewis would have fought him earlier on.
Yes.
But I wish that you could have gotten to fight somebody like that.
But I fought Alex Stewart.
Yeah.
Was the champion as well one time. And I stopped him in Russia. And I came out in the 8th round. That was my first fight, when I won a champion.
Yeah. Did you ever fight any other weight closses?
No.
No? You look like you could have gone cruiserweight like Evander.
No, I have a heavy bones. No way. I don't like, to lose weight, and
yeah, you didn't cut, huh?
That's, I never understand that. When you have to lose, you have to work hard, and lose your strength and everything.
Well, it's bad for your body.
And drain your body, and
bad.
then that's bad. That's really bad.
I used to have to do that for wrestling. It's the worst.
I will never do that. No,
spitting in a cup.
That's against my health. No way.
Yeah.
You have to come in the ring, you have to be strong and healthy.
Well, and you know what? That's kind of scary to think about that. You didn't cut any weight. You boxed these guys who were
natural.
Bigger. Yeah.
Because of hard training.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I always, during preparation, I can lose like maybe 15 pounds easily.
Yeah. What were you walking into those rings at? What would you say your weight was when you walked in?
I'll just say I started when I was 225, 226, then 240. That was my 238. That was the best weight, fighting. When I felt I'm good at this.
Where you were the strongest and
the strongest, and with that, easy to move. And I fought a lot of guys bigger than me.
Yeah, no kidding.
They had like giant muscles, like a giant, And I said, okay.
You're not a small guy.
Yeah.
Like they're big.
No, I'm just saying, you have those big muscles, but you have to carry them all 12 rounds. We'll see how many rounds you're gonna carry them.
That's what
2-3 rounds, and that's it.
Yeah.
Dies out, and he's like he's mine.
And that's why I was saying, man, that's what was crazy about you knocking out Rockman so late in the fight was that it was late. It was late in the fight. And it's the same thing with Deontay Wilder, though. Deontay Wilder's a big guy, but he carries power late in fights.
Yes.
Really late, because he knocked him down when he knocked down Tyson Fury. I didn't think Tyson Fury was getting back up. I thought he killed him.
Another thing, it's a professional thing. You have to know how to spread your power.
Yeah.
For the rounds, just in case if you won't be able to stop him, you have to continue fight.
Yeah, I feel like that comes with experience.
And then you have to leave some strength, to finish the fight. And when it comes to me, the latest fight, late rounds, I was saving a lot of strength,
Yeah, well, you carry a lot of power late in rounds.
And then I was like, like my maybe second wing, I would say second wing.
Yeah.
Boom. Open up. That's it.
Yeah. That's what Conor McGregor was trying to say when he lost to Floyd Mayweather. He said he was getting his second wind, that they should have given him another shot, that he wasn't done,
He doesn't have a skill. So.
No way. That's what I was trying to tell everybody.
I think, Mayweather could finish him earlier.
He could have.
He just want to make some, because they got a lot of money, they receive a lot of money. They want to just make it show what people see, more time,
Yeah.
He didn't want to finish him quickly.
Did you see that Tyson Fury gave up his $10 million purse he donated it? That's amazing.
That's not amazing.
He knew he was getting a big payday, though. I feel like that's what it was going on a little bit.
But it's tragedy. Sometimes it's tragedy. But anyway, to do such thing, it's beautiful, man. People, they're easy to. It's not attached to the money, just the money.
Yeah, he's a fighter. He wants to fight.
He fights. He's inside his heart. He's a fighter.
Yeah.
Money is good. When you get paid.
I love it.
It doesn't mean everything.
Yeah, I love his Cockney accent. There's nothing better than a fighter coming in with that.
You have a family, you have a beautiful family. They're gonna say, hey, listen, we're gonna give you maybe $100 million. Are you gonna leave your family with your kids and go have a beautiful life? Would you do that?
Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Same thing, You can't buy, everything, for the money.
No.
Even you have
and you know what? I'm a testament of God will always provide financially, because my wife and I, there was a point in time in our life where I didn't know if we were going to be able to pay our bills. There was a point in time, and if it wasn't for our church, there was a point in time where we thought we were getting evicted out of our apartment. Now we own this beautiful house. We've got a lot of because we were faithful, and then he was faithful back. And when he gave back, and it was true, man. I'm a big time tither, because I really do believe.
It's very important when you follow Lord, whatever, you have to listen to him. And in my life, Lord will work through the people. That's what I'm saying, God works with us through the people. Sometimes he sends us a person.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can't see it, but we have to see it and we have to understand that guy is, because, he's supposed to be here and supposed to do this, and help you, because the Lord sent him to you.
I always say this, and I've said it in every podcast. We don't know God's timing on it. We only know God's timing in reflection. And the reason why I say it that way is because, like you had no idea why you were having to change your team. Then you reflect back and you go, because God was putting a trainer who believed in the same God in my life, and that's what it was. And you didn't know until you reflected back to it. And that's how I feel too. I feel that way with you. I feel like
in my life through the people. And I just want to tell us a small story.
Yeah.
My daughter, she was ready to get a driver license, and we went for a test to DMV. And then we paid for the driver license, and we paperwork, finished the paperwork, and we're supposed to go for a test drive, right? And the guy said, you have to wait 15 minutes. And the people, the two girls were behind us, and they jump ahead of us. My daughter started, screaming, hey, we're supposed to be before those guys. They jump up. I said, don't you forget what the guy said? He said, wait 15 minutes, because God works through the people. And he got the good guy, and he passed the test, and everything was great. And I was praying for her. She was saying, thank you, Lord. As I told you, Lord works through the people.
Through the people. And that's why we have to have a love for people, no matter what.
Yes.
That's something that
Because he loved us, Sometimes we can be limited to love, but we got unlimited to people. That's why we have to follow him. Whatever, what he does, and we have to do, love people, even enemies.
Yeah, no. So here's the thing. One of the biggest reasons that's probably you having to get out of here, which is fine. So we'll close with this. One thing that I love about this podcast is this. I love that through this podcast, I get to learn and listen to these other people's stories, because now it's coming full circle. Ryan Allen in my last podcast said, "Hey, if you can't love your neighbor, you can't love God." And even if they are your enemy or someone you don't like, and it's because God loved us no matter what. No matter what, he loves us. So you have to love his children before you can really love him. So you got to love everybody. Love of people.
I want to add a little thing. First of all, you have to love yourself.
Yes.
You have to know how to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love people.
Yeah.
You can't love him. That's why you must have this love in you.
Yeah. I love it.
That's a blessing. Yeah,
it is a blessing. This podcast was a blessing. I know that you're so busy. I like I said, we went way longer than I thought that we were going to, which is awesome. But we could wrap it up that way. You can get out of here. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the gloves.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, this was a huge blessing. I love that.
That's a blessing for me. First, when I can talk to the people and spread the good news, say God loves you, and He died for us, and He wants to repent your sins. And then you're gonna have eternal life, a protection for the rest of your life.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to this interview. This was a special one for me, getting to interview one of my childhood heroes. Stay tuned for more content, everybody. God bless, and thank you again so much.